We're excited to be here today. And today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite topic, lead generation. And before we dive into that, I just want to do a quick introduction. My name is Jacob.shireman, and this is my business partner, Tharmila Rajasingam. And we are both co-founders of Marketing and Mindset and Karuvi Social. We are both real estate agents and global team leaders with eXp Realty. I'm located here in Houston, Texas, and Tharmila is located in Toronto, Canada. And today we wanted to dive into the strategy behind lead generation with social media for real estate agents and mortgage brokers. And when we talk about strategy, what do we mean? We're talking about content that has purpose and that there is a specific reason for posting it and that it's going to convert your audience into leads. And we see time and time again with real estate agents, they're doing social media wrong because they're just posting to post. They're going out and finding all of these packages of editable templates, and their feed starts to kind of look the same with all these templates, but there's no real strategy behind it. They're just posting to post, and it's starting to look like a realtor magazine. So we want to dive into the specific strategy behind how to grow your audience, how to post things that have value, and how to overall create your personal brand. So we're going to start off with how to provide value with what you're posting. But we want to tell you, make sure you stay to the end. We're going to give you a live demo of what your social media feed should be looking like and how to develop that strategy behind that. So make sure you stay to the end to see that live demo. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Tharmila to talk about what is the value that you're posting.
Awesome. Thank you, Jacob, for that wonderful introduction and letting everybody know what we're going to be talking about today. And to start off, when you're thinking about creating strategic content, first and foremost, lead with value, and understanding that your content is not only valuable to your audience, but it's relevant, that they can relate to you. And with that, just remain consistent with it. And these are the three pillars of creating high quality content, right? And the other thing that, ensure that you do when you're thinking about creating strategies, making sure your content is clear, it's compelling, it's engaging for people so that when they're scrolling, they're able to stop and look and engage with it because it relates to them. And by you being so credible every time, they know that, okay, so-and-so is posting, so that they know how to interact with your content. And I think, putting purposeful content that is valuable, it also helps you be this authority figure, this leader in your community or your market space, which is amazing because it gives you credibility, and that allows people to get to know you and like you and work with you in the process. And become comfortable with sharing your story as well, because there's value in that. A lot of people think that, oh, nobody's here to relate to me, I'm here to just talk about real estate and what's happening in the market. But you're also in the process of building your personal brand, which I'm going to touch upon later in our call today. But I specifically want to talk about making connection with people, and the strategy is really about being relatable, top of mind. And when you do that, you're going to not only retain your leads and actually generate leads, retain them, and potentially even have referrals in the process, like a lot of agents who've been in the business for a long time. And when I say purposeful content, again, leading with value, making sure that your content is informative, it's educational, you're providing some sort of information that is teaching people something. It could be inspirational, that, again, this is where you can come in and share a little bit of your story, and promoting and connecting with people, that storytelling aspect of things. So to give you a couple of ideas about some of the strategies, and when Jacob share with you, he's going to share with you like a live demo, and you'll see that strategy being spilled out through the content. It's not really about just posting that you have a coming up soon in a property, or you have a sold property. It's really about really allowing people to understand and lead with value, so they're able to learn about real estate through you and about other aspects of in a way that they can learn about something that is new to them that they never known. So for example, like, give them a market update, right? If there's something, let's say a new a subway line being created, that's informative, educational content. And any community events, a lot of people want to participate and be involved in their community, but they don't know what's going on. So you could be that knowledge hub holder of all the events that are happening across the city. A lot of the time, wherever the venue is, they promote their events, they don't promote other people's events. So you could be that knowledge hub holder of all these community events. Real estate tips, often for me, I'm not sure if you are following myself and my partner, Josh, and I, we post a lot of content about real estate investing, and we give people a lot of investor tips, and that's providing and leading with value because we're sharing what worked for us or what didn't work for us. And that's sharing purposeful content, again, leading with value. And again, how to content, and showing people how to do certain things within the space. Some people want to be really involved with real estate investing, some people don't. So talk about all of that, and whether you're targeting just buyers, sellers, or investors, or even tenants. For example, there's a lot of people looking for housing right now. I'm in Canada. There's a massive amount of immigrants coming into our space, and they're all looking for places to rent. So you could be that knowledge holder of sharing people that kind of information from the Tenancy Act. A lot of tenants aren't aware of the rules, of the things that the landlords are asking them. So how could you best protect them? So those are the type of information you can share with them. But again, make sure that when you're sharing these value too, that you'll notice in the live demo that Jacob's going to share with you, there's also always a call to action, because some people may take in the content, but they don't know how to work with you. So make sure you let people know, hey, talk to me about a market valuation. Talk to me about, any questions you have in regards to the content I just shared with you. So make sure there's that openness and fluidity between that conversation and relationship. But I think I really wanted to touch upon that. So when you're talking about building and creating strategy, it's really about creating purposeful content. So leading with value. But I'll give it back to you, Jacob, so that you can talk about how to leverage other channels to grow and to generate leads.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most important ways to generate leads is you got to have an audience to get in front of. And a lot of people get discouraged because it is tough to grow your audience. I mean, there's 1.6 million realtors in the United States alone. Here in Texas, I think we're about 40,000 agents in the greater Houston area. And it's how do you compete with all that noise? And how do you get your brand seen and heard in front of the audience that you're trying to go after? And one way to do that is by growing your audience. And how do you do that? When you're a new real estate agent, you don't have very many people following you, or maybe you're a seasoned professional and you're just now trying to get serious in social media and posting regularly, but you don't have a very big following, maybe only a couple hundred people. So how do you leverage that? And one way to do it is by leveraging people in your community and other channels and networking that way. Again, when we talked about earlier that a lot of real estate agents are doing social media wrong, they think that they constantly have to be posting about real estate only topics. Like everything in their posts, their feed, their stories has to be a real estate home for sale. Check out this listing. And what happens is your page turns into something like Zillow. And if people want to go look at houses, they can just go to Zillow or Realtor.com. But why are they coming to you as a professional? And one way to leverage other audiences is to sell your community. Remember, you are not here to sell homes. That is not what you do. Everybody can sell a home. Everybody can find a home. Every area in your state or your country has homes for sale. But why your specific neighborhood? Why your specific community? And that is what you're going to show people, is to sell them on that lifestyle of your community by leveraging other people's networks. So promoting local businesses, local charities, organizations, other local entrepreneurs. And one way to do that is, for instance, just the other day, I had this happen. We went to a restaurant. I took a picture of the food we were eating, did like a little video, and you can make a reel if you want to, or a TikTok. But I tagged the restaurant, and guess what? When I put it in my story, it automatically notified them in their messages on Instagram that, hey, this person tagged you in a story, and it gives them that little magic blue button at the bottom that says add to story, and they can quickly add that to their story. And this restaurant had about 4,000 followers. So guess what? I just got in front of 4,000 people that I would have never gotten in front of. And majority of those people, because it's a mom and pop restaurant, is going to be local. They're going to be local. And so that is leveraging somebody else's audience that you might not ever get in front of before. And businesses are happy to share, even big chains, they're happy to share those photos because it lets people know that they're eating there, reminds people, hey, don't forget about us. And it gives you free marketing. I mean, these are free tools that we should be using to grow our audience. So even in your social media posts, you could tag the local business organizations. You can network with local professionals. So if you're a mortgage broker, network with a real estate professional or a realtor, an appraiser, an inspector, maybe another insurance broker in your area. Constantly use them on your channel, because now you're getting in front of their channel. You're also, like Tharmila said, you're providing value to them, and you look like you have this real estate team and this knowledge of the area, because that is going to be the first thing people ask you about, is your area. And so highlight everything local, events, everything you can. And we'll give you some more examples of that when I do the live demo. But don't be afraid to tag people, to use them in hashtags, to use your local hashtags like your city. I would use Houston Realtor, Houston Real Estate, Houston Properties. Use all of those things to get in front of feeds and other audiences that you would not have the chance normal to, because they're not already following you. And you will see exponential growth with that if you consistently are doing that. And people are going to want to see your content because it's value-based. You're letting them know about things in the area. And now other people are going to want to promote you because you're promoting their business. It's, you're helping each other out. So do that traditional sense of networking through social media, and you will see exponential growth by leveraging other people's channels and audiences. And this is a great segue for us to talk about personal branding and how to get that to stand out and keep that consistent.
I wanted to touch upon that over the weekend. Josh and I, we were out literally playground hopping because I wanted to keep our kids active. And we were with them the whole weekend. So we were doing that just in our neighborhood. And every time I posted, I tagged the city, our neighborhood, our BIA, business association. So they kept reposting it every single time. And they even messages saying, thanks for visiting. And that's exactly that, right? And you're going to hit a separate group of audience that you may not have otherwise following you. So I love that you touched on that. So now, talking about personal brand, how do you differentiate yourself from building a brand around your personality? That's exactly it. So this is a really interesting way. Like Jacob just shared a really interesting stat that talks about the amount of agents that are in your community, that the amount of competition that you're up against. So how do you stand out? And really, a lot is to do with creating this around the strategies, making sure your content is consistent in messaging, your voice, your tone. Make sure even the visual identity, right? The brand, make sure your colors and fonts. You have no idea how many times I see real estate agents in their feed and they're completely using different color schemes or using different font that sometimes I don't even know if it's their own post. So every time I have agents that I follow and there's some really good accounts that I follow that they post maybe once every 2 weeks, but I know exactly who it is that's posting because they've established that visual identity. And through their message, I know from their post, their tone, their voice, I know immediately who it is that's posting. So I think that's the type of authority and visual identity and consistency that you need to build around. And part of growing your personal brand is to ensure that you're staying with your market, right? So make sure that when you are very similar to what Jacob alluded to, is that make sure you're talking specifically about your area, your community, allows you to stand out as an expert. And I know I don't have to say that, because you're a real estate agent within your community, but you'd be very surprised how many times people talk about other neighborhoods and such. So stay within the confinements of yours. So I know sometimes there could be something really interesting happening in New York, but even though you're in Houston, but sometimes just stay within the Houston, because you're going to confuse people. Because what if that post does really well and a lot of new audience come through that they may think that you're a New York agent or something like that. So just be really be conscious about the type of content that you're posting and really building your personality around it. And all in all, just be persistent, right? Stick with it, because growth takes time. And you may think that, oh, nobody wants to hear about me, or there's so many other agents out there. And you'll notice a lot of real estate agents start to follow you over time because everyone's trying to look at what other people are doing. But you stay consistent with delivering value for your audience, whomever that is identified in your marketing plan. And and I'll leave you with this last thought. When you're delivering your services or your offline behavior, so when you're meeting up with your clients to show properties, to do that listing presentation, make sure that offline behavior, it needs to be consistent with your public brand. Often I see people's stories and reels, and they have this amazing personality, and then you see them in person and they lose that. Or it's the other way around, right? They have this amazing personality, but they lose that in front of camera because for any reasons, like all of us, right? We often are taken over by insecurities, etc. But learn to, if you can't, figure out a way to get comfortable in that space and take the uncomfortable part of it and make it comfortable, because it's going to work for your brand, and do things that are working right now. And that's that video content. But I'll leave you with that. So again, in order to differentiate from the competition is really around building the brand around your personality. And this is a really good segue into passing it over to Jacob. He's going to show you a live demonstration of exactly what we just talked about, of what your feed should look like and everything that you should be doing, and really giving you a real perspective as to what it should look like. And if you have any questions, and I know there's quite a few of you that are tuning in, watching us right now, and if you have any questions throughout this is a live stream, so make sure you leave it in the comment. If you're watching this, say hello. We'll love to know who's watching. And if you have any questions, this is going to be sitting in our YouTube channels. Make sure you watch it again. If you have any questions around it, make sure you get in touch with us. And if there's a topic around marketing, we have a ton of new content coming up every single week. But if there's something that jumps at you and you want to connect with us, make sure you let us know. We're happy to do a demo of it. We're happy to show you. I definitely have a lot of new content coming around CRM and talking about building your database using your CRM. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And I'll pass it over to Jacob to show you a lot of the services that we offer, but also particularly that live demo of that strategy-based content.
Yeah, so this is our website, marketingandmindset.biz. And I just want to quickly since you talked about branding, if you need any of our services, we are here to help. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out for us. We are a full service marketing company for real estate industry professionals. So if you're somewhat in the real estate industry, mortgage brokers, insurance brokers, appraisers, realtors, we can help you. These are our services that we offer: branding, social media. We have consulting packages. We have video editing, web design. We can help you with KV Core. Anything you need to do to help you build a brand, get out there, we are here to do. So if you have any questions or want to learn more about that, we can do that. And so let's go ahead and move on to our live demo. And this is a social media content platform that we created for our team of agents and that we have now just recently made public for other agents and other brokerages to use. And if you have a broker or a team lead, show them this, tell them that you guys should be using a product like this, and I'm going to show you why. And this product is a social media content platform. This is where you can come in every month and get daily strategy, daily post ideas, and a few editable templates to be able to use to grow your social media. Again, like we said, the problem is a lot of people just don't know what to post. They're posting to post, and there is a strategy behind it. And as you can see here, this is our July content, and you get access to the next month's content around the 20th, and you can still access the previous month. The great thing about this social media planner is that no matter if you started today, you can start with day 1. You don't have to start on day 12. So you can start anytime, follow it. We make sure that you always have a rolling 60 days of content. And we've broken down this content into 2 specific main type of content. And we have our editable templates, and then we also have our what we call DIY strategies. And I'm going to go through those. But what I love about this is that it kind of lets you see what your feed is starting to look like. And it doesn't look just like a real estate magazine. You have pictures of your city, personal things, local restaurants. And so it's starting to look more like a community-based feed instead of a realtor magazine. So if we go over here, I already kind of pre-opened these to save time. Here is day 1 strategy. And at the beginning of any post content, we give you notes and instructions. We want to be clear what the strategy is and what you should be doing, and maybe some variations on that strategy. So today's strategy is to showcase one of your new listings, use photos or a video tour of the listing, or place photos of the listing in a just listed template, which we have in our content depot. And if you don't have a listing, maybe you're a newer agent, give permission to share another listing from an agent in your brokerage, and that way you can try to find a buyer. So you come down here, it tells you the type of strategy, the day, and then here you go. Here's the strategy. We kind of give you the content to post. And then, like Tharmila said earlier, you need to have a call to action. DM me for more info on this property. And then always you want to have a call to action to follow you and why they should follow you. Follow me for all things, whatever your city is, and real estate. And then ways that they can contact you. You should always have a consistent footer. And then here are some recommended hashtags that we recommend that you use on top of your hashtags that you use in every post. And if you're having a hard time coming up with what to post, maybe you don't know what it should look like, we always give you an example post. And that is the great thing. We don't just leave you hanging. If you're even not maybe the creative type, you're new to social media, we've got you covered. So here we're talking about a listing. This one would be one of our editable templates. And here today we're going to do mindset. So we're going to encourage our audience with mindset, and then be sure to share how this speaks with you. And one thing I love that we do is we say you can use this editable template, or maybe you can record a short video talking about this, how the quote speaks to you, because these make great TikToks and Reels. So it's another way to push you to video, which is very high converting. And so you put this here, and if you don't know what to write, we wrote a post for you. You can use it, edit it to match what you need. You just need to, swap out things that say Houston or something that doesn't apply to you. But now here we're talking about mindset. On this one, we're talking about market reports. So we have tons of market report templates that you can use, and you can scroll through and see the ones that are available. You can customize these easily. Just like the other one, these are all editable in Canva. You just need a free account or a pro account. If you want, you get more access to photos and videos. However, you just click edit in Canva, it will open it up and say use template, and then you can customize it. And again, if you're not sure what to post, here's another example post of what to do. And then if we go over here, just show you a couple more varieties. Here, we're telling you to let the audience connect with you on a personal level. This is how you stand out. When Tharmila talked about building a personal brand, it is that personal. There's a reason why it's called personal brand. Your personality, who you are as an agent and a person, needs to be in there. That's how you will stand out from these people that are always posting professional photos and tons of real estate pictures of houses and things, because they want to connect with you because they're about to make the biggest purchase and asset for their net worth in their life. Why should they trust you with that? And that's for them to connect with you on a personal level. This is my dog, by the way. And so write something new that you're going to do this week. So we provided a caption. In our household, we're trying to limit our screen time when we first wake up. So there's a sample post. And even though it doesn't feel like it has anything to do with real estate, it does. There is a strategy behind it, is to build that connection and provide that value. And again, here's more value-based. This is a sample where we do client question and answers. What are common questions that you're getting? Instead of responding one-on-one to all these clients, you can do a video. So you can use a photo like this, or you can record a short video and use it for TikTok or a reel. And again, a way to push you out there. And then we give you some topics to start with. And if you're not sure, there's an example post. Just make sure it matches your country, your area, that you're in compliance with that. Again, more hashtags, and then you can just zip along and move to the day. And the reason why this planner is so important is not only do you have the 31 days of content, we literally had one of our agents say that we saved them about 3 hours a day from just looking on social media, trying to figure out what to post. And that's the problem that we're seeing, is people are spending 2 to 3 hours a day just surfing. And when you just surf, you get distracted. So you're wasting time, and you're not dedicating your time to income producing activities. And that's why we made this for our team. And we realized there's such a need in the market for this. And that's why we're sharing it. And it's so that you can take maybe a Sunday or a Monday, schedule your post out for 1 to 2 weeks. Easily, you could do that in an hour. Especially, we've given you a planner. You can plan ahead on the content. That way, when you're out looking at properties, when you're out showing things to buyers, you have the time to grab those quick videos, to grab those quick photos. So you have a large bank of photos and videos to use for your social media. So you're not constantly having to fish around and go, oh, I need to record that. I can't do that post today. So, and these posts can be in any order that you want. This is the strategy for the current time we're in, this current month there. So if you're interested in this platform, we're giving everybody a 7-day free trial. So you can at least go try it for free and go. Again, no matter what stage you are in your real estate business, if you're a new realtor or you've been in the business 10 plus years and you're just now trying to get to social media, even if you've been on social media, this will save you a lot of time. And this is something easily you can pass off to an assistant to do it. Just provide the resources. So again, here, just come here, try it for free. If you are with our if you're on our team, you get access to this for free. And if you're interested in knowing more about that, reach out to us. We can show you how you can get all of the stuff that we offer for free. And if not, you can come here, sign up, and get social media content done for you, put it on autopilot, and focus on those income producing activities and be able to compete within your market space for real estate.
And this
Yeah,
product was a direct birth of because of our agents in our own group taking all these training, which is also this platform is complements these trainings, right? On how to use social media. But they would take the training and they're still stuck on what to post and they just the technicality of things, coming up with ideas, the guesswork. That's what this product did was it was literally a birth of getting all these frustrations and was trying to solve a solution to a lot of problems. And it was to do with money and cost and time and cost to do with our agents. So that's why Jacob was talking about, making sure that social media is done for you so that you don't have to worry about it, so that you can put it towards some of your work. One of the other things that I wanted to mention is that this looks like an Instagram feed, but these posts are for all across all the platforms on Facebook, Instagram. You could do them on LinkedIn. I hope you're all posting on Google business profiles, YouTube community posts, WhatsApp. So all of these platforms, you can use them. And what I love about our content right now is that we're putting in a lot of strategy for real short form content so that you can put them on TikTok as well as Instagram Reels. Make sure you're taking advantage of that. And of course, you can put them on YouTube as well for your short form content, and take advantage of this because, and if any of you are curious about what this looks like for some of our agents in our own group or some of our even clients that are using this, what their feed is looking like, just get in touch with us and we're happy to show that to you, because we don't want to try to publicize some of who our clients are, but we're happy to show you some of the feeds through permission, what people are doing. They're doing some really good job because you're taking the strategy that exists and you're applying it to your own personal brand, so helping you customize things so none of your feed looks anything like another agent's feed. So I'll give it back to
exactly.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to learn more about Karuvi or marketing and mindset, or even how to join our real estate group, reach out to us. We're going to be doing these live videos every week, trying to focus on realtors and mortgage brokers, and also real estate brokerages as well. So be sure to tune in every Tuesday, and be sure to follow all of our social media channels, especially our YouTube channels. That way you can stay up to date on the latest content. It was such a pleasure being here with you guys today. Thanks again for doing this with me, Tharmila, and we'll see you next time.
See you, everybody. Thanks.